What's going on, guys? Cyrofair here, and today I wanted to bring another video to y'all. I got this one last night, and actually it wasn't last night, it was yesterday afternoon, and it was just so good, and it actually applied directly to something someone asked me about after I brought my first video out, that I just had to put it up really quick because this really applies like perfectly to some of the situations I'm sure that you all are put in all the time. Now, as the title said, this is gonna be a 4v5 game. You'll see soon. I won't like spoil the fun. I'll go ahead and just commentate, what's going on in the team as we play. It was a rage quit though. It wasn't like an AFK just random. But I'll go into that later when you can kind of read chat and see what's going on. Right up there, my team is kind of messing around. I think they were thinking about an invade on our red, but Nautilus and Lux did very well. They backed him off. I'm gonna go ahead and go over. Oh, right here, I see Thresh is gonna go for a blind pull in the bush, so I just dodged to the left and right. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and just go over some signs that you can kind of tell what kind of players you have on your team. Tarek said that he was a fill, and he also had a teamwork ribbon, so he's going to be very, very accommodating, helpful, should be decent. I'm not expecting too much, but I know that he's at least going to be polite. We had Lux that just did, the regular call mid, and suggested a championer, so she's nice. She didn't really have any. I don't have anything against her. She wasn't doing anything bad. Nautilus was one of those very dominant personality types in Champion Select. Told Jace what to play and told Tarek what to play, so I immediately know that he might be an issue later in the game. And then Jace was very passive. So that being said, I am against a Misfortune and a Thresh. Our mid lane matchup is Vladimir versus Lux, and Jace and Singed is our bottom lane, top lane matchup. So in this lane, I want to be very careful. Misfortune is one of the strongest early game AD carries just because she has such great base damage, and she has that auto attack, or kind of like an auto attack reset with her double up. So and I mean by that, she can get a huge amount of damage in a very short period of time. So I need to be very careful for her. Generally, as a good rule of thumb, a health potion heals about 150 health, I believe. Okay, Misfortune can chunk me for about a health potion. Health potion is 35 gold, and it's time in lane. So I do not want to go for a creep if I'm sure that I'm going to take a double up and an auto attack from Misfortune. See, that does so much damage. But I also just misplayed that. Now, I'm kind of letting Tarek and Thresh just battle it out, and me and Misfortune are kind of sitting back, because I don't want to be aggressive here. I don't have Condemn yet. I can't make that many plays. And then here, Thresh lanterns Misfortune in, and sadly he gets hit by a hook, but then Nautilus sees us and just goes hard. This was a very good grab by him, and we take that advantage just like we had yesterday. And boom. Okay, so that was a really good double kill. Good play by Nautilus. Immediately I see he wasn't afraid to burn his flash. That's always a sign of a good player, if he can use his flash offensively, even if it's not flashy, no pun intended. But it secures a kill. That's what you want out of a jungler, or even in a summer spell. Good job. Top lane seems to be going fine. Once again, I'm opening up 1-1 or 1-0-1. Which is very good for me, especially on Vayne. That really improves my early game. Now, Misfortune's back. I know she's going to want to try to get a little pokey on me because I'm relatively low life, but I wasn't, or she wasn't allowed to because I had such a large minion wave. And she just could not get around to me. And if she got around to me, then that would have put her in a bad spot. Now I can see Thresh is very aggressive. I already knew that from earlier, but I can just, sense it again now. He puts himself in some really bad situations. This is one of them. But I see Lee Sin coming in. I believe, and I dodged that Q, but there's not much we can do here for Tarek. I believe he war jumped over that wall and I just got a piece of him, or I might have just totally missed him. But sadly, Misfortune gets that kill, and I was waiting for Lee Sin to come in on me. I kind of wanted him to, but he was wiser than that. And here, I feel like I'm in a bad spot, and I just kind of want to recall and be safe. But then I look at my gold totals, and I have about 100 gold left until I can get my BF sword. My support's dead, but the enemy support is missing, and he just looped around the lane to ward. So I know that I'm going to be safe because Misfortune is very slow after you get a little poke down on her, and at least in the beginning. And I know that she has no flash, so I really have no kill potential. Basically, if I got engaged on by Misfortune there, I would auto attack and immediately tumble backwards and then start disengaging. You always want to get that auto attack in on Misfortune because her passive is ridiculous and she can chase pretty much anyone down. Now here I'm just farming very poorly. This was my first game of the day. But it's well worth it, and you'll see why in a few minutes. Another weakness that I personally have is I get very excited when I get some kills early in the game, and I tend to stop focusing as much on farming. And if I am not consciously focusing on last hitting, I will not farm well. That's just how I am. I can't just instinctively farm. It's something I have to really think about. So as you can see, my farm is suffering. But Nautilus is coming back down for a gank. They spot him with a Tri-Brush ward. And I thought that Nautilus was going to keep going, but then I just thought it was a good way to... I thought it was a good way to get some poke down on him. And then here's where the problem starts. I see Nautilus, starting to talk, and I have a really bad feeling that one of the lanes, top or mid, is going to start... is going to have a hard time, and he's going to get onto him, and some conflict is going to happen. That was a mistake by Tarek. You have to be looking for lanterns and stuff like that. Yeah, see, bot lane sucks. And there's not much you can do about players like this. And the funny thing about this guy is he's actually not bad at all. But the reason that he's stuck in this tier is because of his attitude. He is like major tool. I'll go ahead and just go over this. There is no reason we should back off right now. Nautilus should not have backed off. I had my condemn up until I just wasted the mana on the tumble. But I had my condemn up. That was a free kill. I'm not gonna say anything though, because I can already tell this guy's on edge, and this guy thinks that he's like really good. So you kind of have to play to someone's ego, but that by no means, or that, does not mean you have to back down from a fight. Now here, I got caught out of position, and I just had to make the best out of a bad situation. I wanted to go ahead and see what she would do there, and she ended up burning a flash. A lot of people get really nervous when they see you, get away from them. So I wanted to go ahead and see if I could bait anything out before I died. That's a really good tip for anyone who plays in these ELOs. You can really bait out some good summoners if you in like even in a sure death situation, if you just play kind of like smart and kind of like mind game them a little bit. All right, now I'm like top lane. They went really hard. Like I don't know what happened top lane. They should not be up there though. And then we got WoW Jace, and then all chat GG well played. Okay, so at this point, I'm starting to get worried. With Nautilus's personality type though, there's not much I can do to kind of chill him out. So I just gotta hope that he doesn't piss off anyone too bad on the team, which you'll see will happen. Alright, Misfortune, go ahead. That was like the worst ultimate ever. She freaking only got the front line. I'm assuming that she popped that to in an attempt to clear the wave so she could back. But that's just, these are 2 free kills. They just overstayed their welcome. And then here, I have my tumble up, but I want to wait for the tumble cooldown so I can get the triple silver bullet, or silver bolt. I didn't want to burn it immediately and then leave myself in a bad spot. So right now I'm 4-1-1. Very, very good start on Vayne, even though my farm is god-awful. Like, this is, like, I'm starting to debate whether I should have put this game up. No, I'm just kidding, but, I mean, it's very, very poor farming. Don't take notes from this. In chat, I begin to get annoyed with Nautilus. He's talking a bunch of crap about Jace, and he's just not having any of it. And Nautilus is just being really rude. So now we start getting into the really bad stuff. Jace said he's gonna AFK. Then Nautilus just, pushes back. And then I'm trying to appeal to Jace's interests because I know Nautilus is not gonna leave, and I really don't give a shit about him because he's an asshole. So. You don't really need to play to people's egos when they already know, already think that they're the best. So there's no reason for me to try to be really nice to Nautilus. I'm just gonna see if I can get Jace to stay, and sadly I can't. It's just one of those things. Nautilus is calling it constructive criticism, and he's just being a massive dick. So. I don't know. That was a great stun by Tarek, and that was just a really good play by their team. I misplayed it. I didn't start running towards Misfortune fast enough. That was all my fault, and they ended up getting away from that. I tried to condemn into the wall right there, but the knockback made me push him out of the range, so... Still kind of, desperation comments to try to keep Jace in the game, but at this point, I pretty much know he's gone. Another good tip, never go into all chat. All chat is where a lot of, your own team's problems originate. If I started talking in all chat right now, alongside Nautilus, it would severely hurt my team. Here they just get really cocky, or I don't know, not really cocky, but just way too far up, and we just punish them, send it back. But anyway, you always want to stay away from all chat, because that gives the other team a sense of what's going on, sense that you're crumbling, sense that they can make some plays happen, and you can't really do anything about it. Now, they already do, I feel like they already know that our team is having some issues because Jace hasn't been back to lane. So right now I'm just incredibly fed up with this Nautilus. He's actually really annoying. I haven't had someone this annoying in a game in a while, because the thing that was very interesting about this guy was he didn't even know that he was he didn't even know that he was trolling, I don't think. He just was being an asshole, and he thought that being an asshole makes people improve, I guess. So, whatever. I mean, you know, you do what you can. And right here, I see that Jace is 100% gone. Okay. So this is when my mind goes into 4v5 mode. And 4v5 mode, the mentality has to be completely different. 100%. Like, you have to amp your aggression so much. That's one of the things. See, a lot of people, when you go 4v5, they think that you need to play very safe and you just, you know, don't make any mistakes and you'll win the game. Or you'll have a chance. If we push this into late game and, you know, we don't make mistakes early, we just farm, we're going to lose. It's 4v5, for Christ's sake. This is when I know that I need to start making plays. This is when I start trying to consciously farm a little bit better. Previously, you saw me just like auto-attacking randomly like I was in like bronze. Now I know, because this was kind of like a warm-up game for me, but now I know this is serious. But I know that we can win this game. I'm 4-1, and immediately Thresh is too close to the wall, kill him. Easy kill. Then chase on him Misfortune. She has no support. And dead. Okay, so that pretty much solidified the idea that I had in my mind that we have no reason to lose this game. I don't care if Jace is gone, we have no reason to lose this game. Singe does not have Flash, he has Ghost, so I can easily kite him. Even with Ghost, I just have to save my Condemn for when he pops it. I look mid, Vladimir is not doing anything special. He's 0-2 and 4, yeah. Thresh is trash, Misfortune's trash. The only person I have to worry about is Lee Sin, and I've dueled enough Lee Sins in my times on Vayne that I can pretty much outplay most of them. And this guy hadn't shown me anything special in his gank spot lane, so, you know, like I said, I'm just trying to, you know, reinforce this point that this is a game for us to lose. It's all about your mindset. This is a game for us to lose, but in the same respect, it's time for me to start making plays and start pushing our advantage. Laning phase cannot last much longer, or we will lose the game. We need to start pushing this advantage into other lanes and start taking objectives. Now, for some reason, Taric goes balls deep here. I'm putting down as much damage as I can, trying to decide if I want to go in, and I go in. Now, by killing Thresh there, that took the pressure off of Taric to save his life, because I knew I had my flash to get away, and it also netted us a kill. Now Lux is on her way down. Nothing's going to happen, because I think they have our red warded, and Vladimir was following Lux. But still, the little plays like that are what, you know, snowball really hard, especially in bottom lane. I'm looking at my scoreboard. Nautilus is 4-1 with 118 farm. So I'm pretty impressed with his play right now. His attitude is complete shit, but his play is pretty solid. So I know that we have more than enough, you know, support for me in this game. And for some reason, Lee Sin just gets way too far, and he just kills himself. And I immediately just forget Lee Sin and go on to Misfortune because I know that we have a free kill on him. And then Misfortune is soon to follow. But I left Lee Sin for my team because he had no health left after I got my triple silver bolt, and I immediately was like, alright, I'll just go on to Misfortune. Now, objectives like Dragon and Baron do not help a 4v5 team as much as they do a 5v5 team. Nautilus wants Dragon. Dragon is not a good call there. I am already so far ahead of them, and we're going to get a lot more gold income than them because we have 4 people splitting, or 3 people now splitting the farm instead of just 4. We need to take objectives and solidify our lead in all of the lanes and forget about the Dragon. Like, Dragon means nothing. Baron means a little bit more, but if you have a choice between an inhibitor turret and Baron, you better take the inhibitor turret. Now, we have a really good catch in our base. Sadly, Lux misses her bind, and I can't help at all. Like, he's just way too fast for me. So, he baits out a flash of ours. I didn't really like that, but Lux just tried to get it. Can't blame her for that. It happens. So I really want blue right now. Lux has blue, I see, and I need the tumble cooldown. Now this is a great spot for us to do dragon because we're so strong we can literally 3v5 them right now. I have absolutely no doubt that if they come at me right now, I'll just crush them all. But I see Singed pushing top, and you know my team's kind of afraid of that, but I just am like, okay, I can easily kill him. So he's dead, and then Lee Sin comes at me, and I had a feeling that Vladimir was in the area because I saw him up there. So I dodged, but that, to be honest, I'm not going to act like that was really like pro. That dodge was not for Vlad. It was for Lee Sin because I knew that he was going to try to do something that direction. I just dodged the other way. And here, I literally could care less about the team. Like, I'm so strong right now. It doesn't even matter that I died. Like, I knew that by going into the fray of the battle and picking up those 2 kills, we could easily win that fight, even if I did get picked off by misfortune, which I almost survived. Now, team's going for dragon. I don't really like that call, but I know that Tarek's pushing top. That's good. And mid is getting pushed by minions, and that is relatively low health, I believe. So we should be able to take that when I get up. Now this is when everyone's starting to kind of figure out that we can win, and this actually is our game to lose. Nautilus just figured it out. Tarek did too. So we're all kind of pumped up. Nautilus report. I don't get this guy at all. I mean, I've seen a bunch of players, but this guy's really weird. Like, that was not constructive criticism at all. That was just being a complete asshole. Now, am I condoning Jace's behavior? Hell no. I reported him too. But Nautilus just he's one of those players that you just hear about and you're just like, yeah, those are the people that make the community suck. Now, see, I don't understand. They're getting very aggressive on me and are trading poke. They should not trade poke because I have a completed Bloodthirster stacked up like almost to the max. So I can just heal up any of the poke that I get, and that's why I'm auto-attacking. Vayne has great harass when you're ahead, because people are very scared to do anything. Like, see, Lee Sin just got a great Q on me, and he was just frightened. Because I'm level 13 right now. Their support is level 8. I see that our tower's low, so we're about to start getting engaged on, because I'm assuming that they said something like, guys, it's freaking 4v5, come on now. I immediately just condemn Singed and get him out of the way, because he's not tanky enough to be a threat yet. And then I get on the closest target to me. And I just dive under the tower for this last kill, and then I want to move into getting the turret, because mid-turret is very important. And because of that really good team fight, we're able to keep pushing. Now, this is where you really need to establish that you are leading the team. I'm telling everyone right now to fall back. Nautilus is doing his own thing because he thinks he's better than everyone else. He's going to turn around and do something stupid. We can't re-engage. I don't have my ultimate, and I just burned Flash. So if they get a good fight on us, that would probably be the end of the game. All it takes is one misstep on a 4v5 team, and you lose the game. If they want to counter Baron, more power to them. The thing about Baron is it gives you great poking power, but the stats aren't that they aren't that amazing. It's not a game changer. It's just kind of a really good tool for sieging. So instantly, I just say let them have it if they want, and we need to back off. Nautilus saying if team stayed, whatever, you can do what you want. But that was I called that 100 times, and losing one life. Trading one for one isn't gonna lose it for us. Now here I see I see these two in the mid, and I automatically know that they're mine. I have red buff, so it's free. I cleanse the Thresh and automatically go for them. Easy kill. And then I push onto the inhibitor. This is where you are so far ahead that you want to make sure everyone is scared of you. I am not backing down from their bruiser jungler, their top lane, and their mid coming at me. And this is really good. I bait Singed into a really bad position, condemn him up against the wall because I know Lux is coming to help, and then she comes in and takes the kill. I knew that I was able to bait him there because I had Lux on the way, and I had no threat of getting flung. Now, Vladimir goes really hard on me. I want to wait for that ultimate to wear off before I start fighting. I'm going to let Nautilus do his own thing. And now is when I start getting aggressive. Now, this was a bad play by me. I went way too hard for the Lee Sin. But I keep doing damage, keep doing damage, keep doing damage. That's the same thing that happened at the fight down here, except it was a little more foolish of me this time. But still, I just want to keep doing damage the entire fight. That is so important. And even though I'm in a bad spot, I don't panic and I don't run down the side. I keep on fighting, keep on fighting, keep on fighting. And I ended a triple kill when I have about 20 health left. Now this is another one where we just need to back off. Nautilus is being way too overconfident. I'm just screaming in all chat, or not all chat, I'm just screaming in team chat to back. Because nothing good could come out of this. This is one of those respect things. This is, when someone is going 22-3 on your team, you definitely need to listen to what they have to say. Which they for the most part do, but Nautilus is very hesitant because like I said earlier, he's so arrogant and he thinks he's so damn good. Tarek thought I was yelling at him, but I wasn't. I was just mainly doing it for the Nautilus because he was the one sticking around like a dumbass. I get another red buff, and I have a frozen mallet right now, and I'm farming one more or a couple more gold for Last Whisper. Oh yeah, and Jace ended up reconnecting and watching us win, so that kind of made me happy. Now, with red buff, Frozen Mallet, Last Whisper, Phantom Dancer, Bloodthirster, I'm pretty confident in my ability to single-handedly kill their entire team. Vayne is one of those champions that has that really high skill cap, and playing in a lower division, you just have to take every advantage you get, especially in these kind of games. Now, I see that everyone's out of position, and I just completely scared them. So I go hard onto Vladimir, and we start dicing him. Now, I had a feeling that Singed was going to fling me, so I went ahead and went for the invisible tumble into him, so he would fling me back into my team. But instead, he took a little longer than I expected, so I decided to go on the other side of him and get flung toward his team so I could pick off Misfortune easily. And I'm on the inhibitor. Like, I know that this game is not over until the inhibitor is dead. So I want them to finish the game, and thank God they end up getting it at the very end. But I was scared to death. Oh man, that was a tough one. But thankfully we pulled it out. Once again, it's your job for team morale. You know, stomping bot lane definitely kept the spirits at least in the game. Always be polite, but never bend over for someone. That's one of the biggest things I see as a problem for a lot of nice people. They tend to just take way too much shit, and it's almost like a teacher that just lets anything go. Once you set that precedent, you're just going to get walked on by the kids. So, you know, if I set that precedent that I'm a nice guy and I'm willing to accommodate everyone's needs, then I'm going to get walked on. I need to establish my dominance, establish that I, you know, am one of the stronger players on the team, and my calls need to be heard and listened to. But anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. That is a little special episode for you on how to win a 4v5. I haven't decided on what my next episode will be. It'll either be a mid or a support. If you want to see a top or a jungle, just private message me if that's something you really want to see. Got up to a few hundred views on my other video, so I really appreciate all y'all watching that. And if you enjoyed it, let me know what you would like to see next, and I will get working on it. Alright guys, this has been Cyrofair, and I appreciate y'all watching. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.